I'm a public speaker and community activist with a passion for empowering others. I want to share my story to inspire others to never give up and to show the world that anything is possible with a little bit of hope and a whole lot of courage.
I first found out about the news actually on Twitter. Follow that little voice inside of you that tells you that you are good enough, right? Find that voice. I know it's hard, especially when you're in your deepest moments, but you are here on this earth for a reason. You want to be alive to see the good moments in life, and I promise you that they're there.
At an event there, and I was doing a whole bunch of different things that I never even thought was possible, but I had that confidence after I got out of that to do it.
If anything I've learned over the past couple weeks is that people like to underestimate the North, but we're not going to give up. We're going to continue to fight for what we deserve. And that, if anything, gives me so much hope.
People obviously trusted me enough to be vice president, to run this organization. And so I am capable of doing it, and I am qualified to do it.
You bring up a really important point about not having the words to be able to describe that kind of stuff. I know I've experienced a very similar thing, and it wasn't until I was actually accepted into the community that I finally found the words to describe what I was feeling. So it's definitely something that a lot of people, especially here in Northern Ontario, do experience because they don't have that access to queer culture and queer community in the same ways that you may find in other areas.
And so every day that I surpass my goal, I'm like, well, I made it further than I thought, so what do I do now?
I'm normally the one who's out there in the action, making sure that we're fighting for what's best.
It's going to affect everyone in Sudbury, not just those who are directly affected by Laurentian, but also too it's going to affect the local economy. But I'm going into the fall stressed and overwhelmed, but I am not alone. And I am not the only student who is feeling this way.
It was the first time I was ever on the other side of a protest.
Oh my goodness. I think the very first thing was I had to feel it.
Because we are strong, we are powerful, and we will change the world. And if they don't want to give us a seat at the table, then we'll make our own.
Her actual funeral was when it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I just had to cry. I went in the shower, I sat down, I had the water running, and I just bawled. And I screamed and I cried and I listened to sad music and I did all of the things. And that was the first step to being able to heal.